Hello, everybody. It is me, Kurisu, a VTuber nobody knows. And today, I'm sure you guys are ready for what's up today. We are going to be reading anime hot takes. I want to see if people have as terrible taste as they say when it comes to anime. So, I want to see exactly what is it that makes people have questionable taste, because I know that there's a lot of hot takes out there. I've seen video game hot takes, I've seen movie hot takes, I've seen music hot takes, but I think that I think in my opinion, the spiciest takes are always in when it comes to anime. I don't know what is it, but every single time that there are anime hot takes involved, someone always has to start a debate whether they go like, "Oh no, you're wrong because dudes and that." It's funny. It's just funny to me. I like anime hot takes is just wild. It's absolutely wild. So I'm gonna see a lot of takes today. Some of them are going to be from my YouTube channel. Some of them are going to be from my TikTok. And because we don't have enough takes, we're gonna go straight to Reddit to see if someone already made a list so that we can read it together. Because I tried to make a Reddit thread, you know, to showcase these hot takes. But unfortunately, the take did not pop up in r/anime because I need to have karma in there first, and because I don't have enough karma, I cannot make a post in r/anime. So yeah, unfortunately, I cannot ask people for their hot takes. And even if I did, I'm pretty sure I would have been downvoted to oblivion because I don't know what is it, but the anime community in Reddit is a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Aggressive when it comes to Reddit, because when someone is asking for anime recommendations, they always hit them with the downvotes, and I'm like, what the fuck? This person only wants to search for anime. It's not that bad. They literally treat them as if they committed murder or something, which is stupid. Okay, chat. I'm going to go on. I'm gonna go and check on anime hot takes to see if there is one that has. Well, there is one that is 7 years ago, but holy shit, we need one that is recent. We need one that is pretty fucking recent as of now. That's what we need. So let's see. Well, there is one forum that has anime hot takes in, and it's from my anime list. We can read some of those. Let me see if it's pretty active. Doesn't look active enough. Never mind. So if you guys want your takes to be, if you guys want your anime hot takes to be, displayed for the whole world to see, then the next time I do this, you can always have your takes in here if you want. Okay, we got one article that says a lot of anime hot takes. This is from one individual, by the way. I'm gonna go to my TikTok to find the video because we need to see the comments on that one. I found my video, and yeah, there we go. And then I gotta go to my YouTube channel in order to find the. Okay, the video is playing. I thought it wasn't. So I need to go to my. I need to go to my shorts. Let me see. Let me go to my channel. Yeah, it's on my shorts. I literally posted it a few days ago. Oh, here it is. This. Alrighty then. So, chat. Maori, welcome in. we're gonna be reading anime hot takes today, so you're right on time. I just want to see how people's takes are when it comes to anime, so buckle up because it's gonna be a wild ride, I assume. Probably. I don't even know myself. What's good? I'm doing great. We're just gonna open up a bunch of tabs over here because again, it's gonna be a huge list and yeah, lots of takes. So we're gonna start with this article that says anime hot takes, critics of film and anime. So let me just put everything for you guys at home. Let me do this real quick and adjust everything for you lovely people. Where's the window capture? Oh, here it is. I found it. Alrighty then. We have the goods, we have the takes, and now I'm gonna change the screen and boom. We're gonna start off with this chat. We're gonna start off with we're going to start with this. We're going to start with anime hot takes it doesn't say name. Actually, yeah. Critical Film, who is giving us their takes, and I will say right now, chat, take it with a grain of salt because I'm pretty damn sure some of us are gonna cringe. I don't know why, but some of us are gonna suffer badly. Alright, so it's been a while since I wrote anything on here, so I'm thinking that I'll use this opportunity to give some of my anime hot takes. Disclaimer, these are all personal opinions, and while I stand behind all of them, there are no intention meant to insult you if you disagree. Unless you like K-On, in which case you should feel bad. Damn. That bad, huh? Alright, let's see. Let's see what they're cooking. First take. My Hero Academia is a better series, but I rather... Ugh. Can't read, fuck. My Hero Academia is a better series, but I rather watch Black Clover if given the choice. Yikes. Okay. Listen, man. Personally speaking, I feel that My Hero Academia hatred feels a little forced. If I were to be given the choice between My Hero and Black Clover, I think I would rather choose My Hero Academia because this is also gonna be a hot take from my part. I just cannot stand Asta. Asta is just, oh my god, he's an annoying ass character. Like, I can't even stand Asta. So, yeah. Definitely. Okay, it's not a scorching hot take, but it's mid. The take itself is mid, but holy shit. A lot of people are gonna be pissed at that one. Most of the mid-2000s sci-fi anime meant to appeal to a more international audience, basically ergo proxy or textualize for the idea of what I mean, is among the most unwatchable pieces of trash the medium has to oh my god. Most of the mid-2000s serious sci-fi anime is among the most unwatchable pieces of trash the medium has to offer. Okay, so let me get this straight. You're telling me that Akira, a movie that revolutionized anime in the West, is considered trash? Are we watching the same anime? Akira? Ghost in the Shell? Ergo Proxy? Ergo Proxy was not that bad. I think Ergo Proxy was alright. What? Alright, I'm already starting to disagree with these takes. What the hell? Alright, next take. Almost nothing of value has ever come up from anime creators trying to cater to a Western audience. The result is usually a mess that has none of the strengths of the medium, that fails to understand what Westerners came to the medium for. So almost nothing of value has ever come from anime creators trying to cater to a Western audience. I mean, that is a hot take, but here's the thing. As an anime creator, you don't want to cater to just the West. You want to cater to as many people as possible, regarding if they're from the West or not. So, saying that they gain nothing from it, I'm gonna say that's a scorching hot take, because that's also a bullshit take. Yes, you actually do gain something from that. Well, first of all, the numbers don't lie. Like, the numbers of your anime being watched, yeah, those numbers don't lie. Chat. Going back to the question from earlier. Going back to the take from earlier. Would you guys rather watch My Hero Academia or Black Clover? Because if it were for me, I'd rather watch My Hero Academia than Black Clover, simply because I cannot stand Asta. I really hate Asta so much. All right, let me see this. Let me see this. Oh, uh-oh. I'm already starting to see some slander here. Oh no. Oh no, chat, I'm worried. Samurai Champloo is a better series than Cowboy Bebop. Bebop is still great, but the more serious tone gets to be a bit much. Especially if the elements bringing you to the show isn't the tragedies implied in the characters. Champloo does a better job balancing its complete goofiness with its actual plot. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna agree and disagree here, because I loved Samurai Champloo and I also love Cowboy Bebop. I think they're both on the same at the same level. I mean, sure, one anime is very different than the other, but in my opinion, I think I actually enjoyed both of them a lot. Granted, the more iconic of the two is obviously Cowboy Bebop, because everybody and their mother knows it. But Samurai Champloo is not that bad either. It's pretty fucking good. I enjoyed the fuck out of Samurai Champloo. So yeah, I think both of them are pretty good. But I mean, I'm gonna have to give it to Cowboy Bebop, simply because it's the one that people mostly know and it's the more iconic of the two. But this take, I mean, it is a hot take. Somebody's gonna get pissed regardless. That shit's inevitable right there. The fact that somebody's gonna get pissed. All right, what about this one? Steins Gate is an overwrought, pretentious bore. If not for my hatred of Okabe, I would actually never bring up that this series does absolutely nothing for me. Okay. I'm not gonna disagree, because I kinda agree. The moment I started watching Steins Gate, I just couldn't. It could not pass the 3-episode test. I don't know. I feel that Steins Gate for me was, yeah, it was pretty boring. The first 3 episodes were pretty boring for me. However, I will have to say the opening theme song is a banger, though. That I will not disagree at all. That I will not disagree. But Steins Gate, yeah, Steins Gate is literally a snooze fest. I never understood the hype for Steins Gate. Oh wow, this one's a big one. Oh shit, okay. Of the 3 creatives in charge of the disaster known as Code Geass. Oh shit, we're talking about Code Geass now. The worst one is Goro Taniguchi. Between him, Ichiro Okuuchi, and Hiroyuki Yoshino, he's both the only one who's never made a good work, and the one who is the most ambitious of the 3. Most of the series issues of overreaching and melodrama could realistically be placed on him, trying to elevate an absolutely garbage script in ways that only highlights how bad it really is. Here's the thing. Code Geass' script was a bit of a mess. I'm not gonna defend it, but honestly, I don't know how to respond to this take, honestly. I can't agree and disagree with it. All right, let me see what other take we have. Oh shit, we're talking about Tokyo Ghoul. Hold on. Tokyo Ghoul's manga isn't better than the anime. You didn't. You monster. They go after 2 different tones and have 2 different focuses. You can like one more than the other, but I feel They both succeed, but I feel they both succeed at what they set out to do. No series has any up. Oh wait, no, this is a different take. Tokyo Ghoul's manga isn't better than the anime. Now that's a hot take because I heard that the Tokyo Ghoul manga is better than the anime. I think at one point they even reboot the whole series just for it to be even more faithful to the manga itself. Because I heard that the anime took a completely different direction from the manga. That's a hot take right there. No series has any obligation to do anything other than entertain. If you look at any series and claim to have a responsibility to do anything, stop. But individual, the lore, guys, the lore. You gotta understand the lore. It's not always pretty lights and fight scenes all over the place. I mean, sure, a lot of people who see shonen are gonna be like, oh, this fight is peak. Oh, this fight this fight that. I mean, it happened with Sword Art Online, so a lot of people thought that, oh, Kirito dual wielding was the biggest shit ever. But here I am like, whoa, he dual wields. So like we saw a character like that before in the series. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like anime fans get overhyped over anything, especially if it's not that great. As like, I don't know. I feel like Kirito's dual wielding when it was introduced, I was like, okay, he can dual wield. That means he can use the other sword because there are characters in the series that dual wield, but no series has any obligation to do anything other than entertain. Okay, but what about if I want? What if I want my viewers to feel? What if I want my viewers to cry? What if I want my viewers to suffer? What if I want my viewers to hate a specific character? Sho Tucker, for example. Fuck that guy. Everybody hates Sho Tucker. Alright, next list. Oh boy, this is a long list of hot takes. From one individual, mind you. Alright, let me see this one. If you watch a series and claim to like the cast except for the main characters, then I'll take that as a series being garbage. If a series has good side characters but bad main characters, it fails on a fundamental level. Oh shit. Chad, that is a huge hot take right there. That is a very, very huge hot take. So you're saying that if the main character sucks ass, then the entire series sucks ass. Tomahawk Envoy, why are you pointing at me with a deagle? Also, welcome in. We're still reading anime hot takes, and wow, we're starting. It's hot, alright. There's a bunch of hot takes here, alright. Chat, I have a question. Have you guys ever seen an anime where the side characters are sometimes better than the main character? And you like the side characters more than the main characters? Here's the thing, chat. There are a bunch of anime that are like this. For example, there is One Piece, right? A lot of people like Zoro. A lot of people like Nami. A lot of people like Robin. A lot of people like Chopper. Like, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot of characters to like. It's okay if you don't like Luffy. I mean, yeah, he's the main guy, but you don't necessarily have to like him. I mean, my favorite character was Ace, and yeah, I stopped watching the series after Ace died. Rest in peace to a real one. But just because you like the side characters doesn't mean that the main character is garbage. It's just that, you know, there's always that side character that has the interesting character design. You know, every anime has this. Literally every single anime. I stand my boy Usopp. See, even Tomahawk Envoy loves Usopp. I liked Ace, and he got killed. I think my second favorite character from One Piece has to be Trafalgar Law, just because the way he casts his ability is so fucking goofy as shit. Room, tact, Shambrus every single time. But his design is pretty cool. If I were, here's the thing. You mean Fire Donut? Tomahawk, don't remind me of that. Do not remind me of the donut. Yes, yes, Tomahawk Envoy, Fire Donut Ace. That was my favorite character, and he got killed. And I haven't seen One Piece since. They killed my boy, brother. He didn't deserve that. That was Gold Roger's son, man. He was the destined one. Skill issue? Nah, brother. Nah. Bro, I refuse to believe that shit. But jokes aside, going back to the take, a lot of series have likable side characters than main characters. Well, here's an example. Seven Deadly Sins. Escanor. Everybody loves fucking Escanor, right? Do you guys like Escanor? I love Escanor. That's the best character in the fucking series. And the thing is, the series themselves killed Escanor because they feared he was going to be more popular than Meliodas. But Escanor is just, I mean, Escanor is just a goat. I mean, you can't go wrong with Escanor. I think I kind of agree with this take, actually. What, you mean that if the side characters are better written than main characters, then the series is garbage? No, I disagree. Because, you know Demon Slayer, right? In Demon Slayer, you fought for every character. It doesn't matter who it is. Main character, side character, even this one motherfucker that you've only heard once, you still like these characters. Like, a lot of people love these characters a lot. Tengen Uzui, Obanai, Mitsuri. Everybody loves these characters. You don't have to love the main character, but they're the character you see the most. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But again, I mean, you don't necessarily have to like the main character for the series to be good, you know? Like, you can like some side characters, and the series is still gonna be good. It's kind of hard to overlook them. Yeah, it's true. My Hero is also responsible for this. You have the side characters, which are equally as interesting as your main characters as well. So I don't know. I disagree with this take. This is a scorching hot take, by the way. Very scorching hot take. On a related note, oh, here we go. On a related note, Naruto is not a bad main character. I understand people claiming he's annoying, but he doesn't reach the level of annoyance for me to outright hate him as a character. Do not summon the My Hero Academia, please. Well, yeah, you're right. You know, actually, the My Hero Academia fandom can be... There's something, alright. There's something. There's something. But yeah, Naruto is not a bad main character. I mean, I agree with this take. It may be a hot take, but I agree. Naruto is not as bad as a main character. Boruto, though! Yeah, fuck that little guy. I hate Boruto. I genuinely hate Boruto, though. Garbage series. Yeah, I hate Boruto. Like, Boruto as a character, garbo. Naruto was perfect. He was good. But Boruto? No. Just no. Hell no. Let's see what else we have. Kyoto Animation has not made me... Wait, whoa. Kyoto Animation has not made anything good since Amagi. Chat? They're not talking about Kiyoami, aren't they? What? I almost had an aneurysm. Oh my god. What do you mean Kyoto Animation has not made anything good since Amagi? What? Violet Evergarden? Well, here it is. Chat. Best anime by Kyoto Animation from Game Rent. Let's see this list. Alright, how many bangers have Kiyoami made? Violet Evergarden, the one I mentioned. This is such a beautiful series, though. This is such a beautiful OVA. Clannad, the one that makes people cry. I've never heard of this one, so that's fine. K-On! Okay, this is the one that if we... Wait, what was it they said about K-On? Hold on. There are in no way meant to insult you if you disagree, unless you like K-On. I'm allergic to bullshit. Sorry, chat. I don't like K-On! I mean, never caught my eye, to be honest. But, I mean, hey, it's still a popular series. Never heard of this one. Okay, I've seen the character, but I don't know about this series. They made Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maiden. You guys know how popular that one is. Nichijou. Melancholy of Haruhi Susumi. You're telling me Kiyoami doesn't make good animation and they made this one. Never heard of this one, but seems interesting. What do you mean Kiyoami hasn't made any good animations? You got a lot of good ones here. Especially this one. Are we watching the same anime? Oh, hell no. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, hell no. That's a garbage take. That is a scorching hot take right there. Has not made anything good since Amagi, Brilliant Park, and the good projects they worked on that can be counted on one hand. Chunibyo, Haruhi, Nichijou, FMP. Again, Violet Evergarden. Nah, that's a no. This is a garbage take. Okay, related. A silent voice has overtaken K-On! As the Naoko Yamada anime that angers me. Whoa! That is an outright tragedy. How do you fuck up an adaptation that bad? You had one of the best manga ever, and you do that with it? Whoa. Hold on there, Buster. Hold on there, Buster. Shit, it can't zoom in. This silent voice? This silent voice? Somehow a silent voice has overtaken K-On! As the Naoko Yamada anime that angers me. This silent voice? This one? The story about hi, you find my hot take? Oh, not yet. We're gonna go to the YouTube hot takes in a minute. We're reading these takes first, then we'll go to the TikTok, and then we'll go to the YouTube ones. EKL7, welcome in. You're just in time. But a silent voice. This anime? Motherfucker, I seen this movie. I cried like a bitch. Alright? How do you tell me that this angered you? Nah. Garbage take. Garbage take. Holy fucking shit. That was a garbage ass take. Yeah, this was a scorching hot take. Holy shit. All of Studio Shaft series are ugly. Between the constant breaking of filmmaking basics, the garish use of colors usually present, and the act that they usually rush all of their projects to TV, they actually hurt my eyes to look at. Related, the Monogatari series is the worst offender of this. Few pieces of media exist that I can say actually hurt to watch, but this one fits the bill. Okay, let's see. All of Studio Shaft series are uglies. Okay, do remind me which one was Studio Shaft again? I really don't remember which one was Studio Shaft. Studio Shaft. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at their anime. Let's take a look at their resume. Okay. No, I don't want to get started. Thank you very much. Bakemonogatari. Madoka Magica. Okay, it's not looking good so far for our hot take over here. Kizumonogatari. That's one I've heard from a lot. I've heard about this series a lot. What else they have? Another Madoka Magica. Another Madoka Magica. They made the Fate series. Wait, what was Fate again? I never heard of this series. Nah, I'm kidding. Don't flame me. Don't flame me. I have heard of Fate. My God. But yeah, they have a huge ass resume. Fate. Another Fate. Another Madoka Magica. My God. I think they're mostly known for Fate and Madoka Magica. Most of it, of course. But yeah, they do have a lot of Silent Mobius. Yeah, there's a lot of Hikari no Megami. Wait. These motherfuckers made the animation for Wait. No, this is not the animation. They literally Yeah, this is the animation. What the fuck? Wait. Yeah, they did the animation for Smash 4 for Palutena's reveal. Huh. The more you know. More Fate. Oh my God. How big is this resume? Okay, sure, you may have a valid point there that some of the series here are garbage, but I mean they're mostly known for Fate and for Madoka Magica. That's pretty much the Monogatari series is the worst offender in this. Oh boy. God forbid if the anime man hears that. His waifu is in that series. Alright, next take. Rem is the worst girl in ReZero. Rem is the worst girl in ReZero. Chat. What do you mean Rem is the worst girl in ReZero? Are you shitting me? Rem is the best girl in ReZero. The fuck you mean? There is a reason why people like her so much, and there is a reason why she's waifu material. What do you mean Rem is the worst girl in ReZero? What? The heck? No. 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 This is a garbage. No. Holy shit. I felt the sting on that one. And that wasn't even meant for me. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Sea Dog VA, you're being called out. they attacking your waifu. Damn. Okay, this one right here. Scorching hot take. Oh my fucking God. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, that's the worst take I've seen so far. My God. Alright, let's continue. We got a lot of takes. Holy shit, there's a lot of takes here. Studio Trigger's only bad series is Kisniver. Everything else they've ever done ranges from 9, aka Ninja Slayer, Darling in the Franxx, to good, when supernatural battles become commonplace, to borderline masterpieces like Kill la Kill or Little Witch Academia. I've never seen Kisniver. I have seen Kill la Kill, Little Witch. I haven't heard of when supernatural battles become commonplace. I mean, I don't see anime with long-ass names as this one. Unless it's Rising of the Shield Hero. That's not even a huge-ass name. Darling in the Franxx, I have seen clips. I haven't seen the whole series. I heard it's pretty bad, but I mean, I give it the benefit of the doubt. It's not that bad. I've seen worse. But yeah, I can't have an opinion on this one. I haven't seen Kisniver. Alright, let's see. What about this one? If an adaptation is basically a one-to-one with the source material, then it's as bad an adaptation as one that completely misunderstands the source material. A good adaptation both understands the source and both adds and removes to help the story work in a different medium. Oh my god, okay, that's quite a bit of a hot take. Yeah, that's a scorching hot take. Let me tell you guys why. The reason why this is a hot take is because you know how a lot of people always go like, "Oh, the manga is better. Oh, you should read the manga. Oh, the manga did this, but the anime had to cut corners and shit." So, chat, if an anime is 1-to-1 to the source material, aka the manga, is that considered a bad thing? Honestly, I don't think that's a bad thing at all because you're staying true to the source material. What do you guys think, chat? Honestly, and these are so far from what I have seen, these are garbage takes. Holy shit. These are very garbage takes. Wow, I felt the sting on some of them. I'm not gonna lie. Here's the thing, chat. You know Solo Leveling, right? Everybody knows Solo Leveling. Of course, everybody knows it. I have read the entirety of the Solo Leveling manhwa, and I can confirm some of the parts from the manhwa were cut from the anime. But so far, the anime itself has stick true to the source material. Granted, they did have to cram a lot of shit in it, but yeah. All right, what about this one? Pop Team Epic is probably the best anime of 2018, if not the most important piece of art for a whole year. I mean, I'm not gonna say Pop Team Epic is bad, but Pop Team Epic is an anime that you see when you don't want to see anything serious. Yeah, honestly, I feel that Pop Team Epic, it's just an anime you want to watch to fuck around, nothing else. It's not that good, come on. Alright, let's see what else. Gundam series are better when they embrace the inherent silliness the franchise tends to attract and not be so self-serious. It's kind of why Tomino can still claim to make some of the better entries. He just embraces his weird tendencies. I mean, if there is anybody out there in chat who enjoys Gundam or mecha anime, this one's for you. I mean, the only mecha anime I've ever watched is Mazinger Z. So, I mean, I can't have a complete opinion here. That and Gurren Lagann. Those are the two that I've seen. But so far, yeah, this one's for you, Gundam fans. I don't know if this is a hot take for you guys or not, but you guys gotta defend yourselves, I guess. All right, what's next? Full Metal Alchemist 2003 is better than the Full Metal Alchemist manga. The manga is better than Brotherhood. Brotherhood is better than the live action one. I mean, okay. Look. Honestly, another garbage take. I'd rather watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood than the 2003 version. Do I want to read the manga? Probably not. Because I want to see my shit animated. Live action? No. Everybody, all my homies hate live action. All of my homies literally hate live action anime. So no. Now this is another garbage take. Brotherhood should be better than all of these combined. All right. Next up. Oh my god, this one's about Hunter x Hunter. Okay, everybody. I know it's called Hunter x Hunter, even though I call it Hunter x Hunter, but whatever. I just say Hunter x Hunter because it sounds funnier. Hunter x Hunter is a bad shonen Hunter x Hunter is a bad shonen series. The series keeps doing things to be deconstructive and subversive, but they don't really benefit the series, instead just leading the viewer to constant dead ends and wasting their time. It doesn't help that the manga is constantly on hiatus, meaning that this series moves at a snail's pace, which hurts the series more when it's made of different narrative dead ends. But realistically, this is how this would happen instead. Okay, look. I know I'm not the biggest Hunter x Hunter fan, but Hunter x Hunter is not that bad. Come on, man. I've seen worse. Hunter x Hunter is, I think, one of the, like, even though it's on constant hiatus, I mean, I'm not gonna deny it's a little annoying, but it's not that bad. It's honestly not that bad of a series. It's pretty good. If you give it a chance, you know, I mean, come on, dude. One of the best arcs that they have is literally the Chimera Ant arc. You cannot go wrong with that one. Once you see Chimera Ant, your perspective is probably gonna change. Or not. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Are we almost done with these takes? Okay, yeah, we're almost done. Thank God. The Promised Neverland is not a good manga. While I unfortunately understand the IPO, YA-ish fantasy focus on smart kids surviving and escaping from demons trying to eat them. I found the act of reading it as a chore and can only imagine how bad the inevitable anime adaptation will be. Look. Okay. I have seen The Promised Neverland. Not the manga, but I have seen the anime. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Do I think it's the best anime out there? No, of course not. But the reason why I think The Promised Neverland is such a good series, it's because you start to think, you know, oh wait, these kids are going home, they're getting adopted, yay! And then you realize, wait, these kids are not going home, aren't they? And then that's when they see the one of the dead kids, and you have no idea who they're giving them to, and it's like, it's scary, you know. It has a feeling of dread. And if there's one thing in media that is scarier than any monster out there, Chad, there is one monster that is scarier than any, and I mean any monster. Chaos, I haven't read your hot take, and you did put the message twice already, so, yeah. I haven't read your hot take yet. Promised Neverland, honestly, here's the thing. The reason why I feel that Promised Neverland is scary, it's because it tackles on something that is the fear of the unknown. You have no idea what is the reason behind the disappearances of the kids in the series. And instead of being like, you know, instead of hoping they would get adopted, instead you just want them to be out. You want them to escape. Some Wi-Fi connection issues? No worries. It's all right. It's fine. All right, what else we have? This is a more general one for all of media. Oh boy, I feel like I feel like this is gonna be a garbage take. This is okay. A story is never made better or worse by who the central figure is. If you bring that argument up to people, that you are just wrong. What? Wait. A story is never made better or worse by who the central figure is. Wait, but this take contradicts the one you said earlier about the protagonist. Wait, where is it? Huh? You did say that if you like the side characters more than the main character, then this one right here. This one you literally said that if the main character is not good and the series is garbage. This take contradicts it. What the heck? Oh, these takes are garbo. Oh my god. All right. What about this one? Oh no. Oh Jesus fucking Christ. All right, here we go, chat. Ava is a masterpiece whose legacy on the medium is, in a few words, destructive and unfortunate. Or, to make a stupid joke that people will possibly take out of context, Neon Genesis Evangelion is the Shrek of anime. Chat, do you guys agree with this? Do you guys agree with this take? Neon Genesis Evangelion is the Shrek of anime? I mean, that's a weird ass take. That is the very first time I ever hear a take like that. What? Neon Genesis Evangelion is the Shrek of anime? What? Okay, I have no words. I literally have no words. Also, music check. Anyways, what the actual fuck? That is the very first time I ever hear a take like that. What the hell? What else we have? Dragon Ball is better in hindsight than while watching it. What do you mean by that? Watching any form of Dragon Ball is a chore, even in a Kai form, but the memories of what happens kicks ass. Okay, here's the thing. I haven't watched Dragon Ball Super. Yes, I understand that a lot of people say GT was garbage, but come on, dude. You gotta respect, you at the very least, you gotta respect the classics. You gotta respect Dragon Ball Z at least. That's my favorite one. Oh no. Oh no. Chad, Chad, prepare yourselves. Chad. Attack on Titan. Oh god. Prepare yourselves. Attack on Titan became absolute garbage once Hajime Isayama realized how big of an international hit it was and expanded the story to cross-examine why he liked using the imagery he did. Again, he had no actual obligations to try to cross. Examine his use of fascist imagery in the world building. He's believed that he did actively turn an enjoyable series into an unwatchable, unreadable train wreck. What the fuck do you mean? Wasn't Attack on Titan considered one of the best anime on my anime list, dethroning Death Note? The fuck? Yeah, okay, sure, I get it. There's lines that you don't want to cross when it comes to anime, but unreadable and unwatchable train wreck for Attack on Titan. I disagree. I completely disagree with this take. Again, another scorching hot take. Oh my god. This person's takes are garbage. Wow. Look, I like Black Lagoon a lot. I like Black Lagoon. But can we all admit we all just like the dub because they say fuck a lot? Fuck. Okay, look. I'm not gonna question that. I'm not gonna question whether you like sub or dub. I personally watch both. Like, okay, I get it. You know, you like the dub a lot, or maybe you don't. Whatever tickles your pickle. I'm not gonna judge you. But if it were for me, if there is literally no dub, then I'll just bite the bullet and watch it sub. But there's a lot of anime out there that sound really good in dub. Solo Leveling? Amazing in dub. Demon Slayer doesn't sound that bad in dub either. Even Vinland Saga in dub sounds good. Alright, what else we got? D&D? What do you mean D&D? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. As well, there's other series that also do have a really good dub. Naruto has a good dub. I prefer watching the English dub for Dragon Ball because, you know, I can't stand Goku screaming ah every time. It's just, no. I want Goku to feel powerful, god damn it. My bad, DBZ. Yeah, DBZ, Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, Dragon Ball sounds good in dub. Alright, let's see what else we have. Netflix's interest in anime has done more harm than good. And that's not even bringing up that most of the Netflix original anime are absolute garbage. Wait, you're saying that Castlevania Nocturne is garbage? Devilman Crybaby is garbage? The new Devil May Cry series is garbage? Okay, sure. There's a lot of anime that are Netflix original that are that are complete dog water. But come on, dude. They have good ones at least. Oh no! Oh no! Here we go. Death Note was not a smart series. It was well plotted and engaging, but it honestly had no deep themes in it. Death Note is literally a race between cat. It's literally like a scenario between cat and mouse. Death Note was a masterpiece of a series for good reason. Death Note is one of my favorite anime, for fuck's sake. I know that this is gonna be a hot take, by the way, what I'm gonna say. In my opinion, Nier is actually a better detective than L. You guys are gonna attack me for that one, but think about it. Who was the one who put up the pieces? Who was the one who caught Kira in the end? Who was the one that trapped Kira in a corner? That being like Yagami? Exactly. It was Nier. Did L do that? No. His name got written in the Death Note. And you guys are telling me that L is smarter than Nier when Nier literally accomplished what L couldn't? Yeah, that's a hot take, and I stand by it 100%. Nier is better than L when it comes to his skills and shit. I mean, he is his successor, so yeah, that already explains it. The successor surpassed the master. Yeah, no, by the way, a garbage take. What about this one? Kinoko Nasu's worst work as a writer is all of the original Fate Stay Night visual novel. His best writing, however, is the Camelot chapter of Fate Grand Order. Chat, what's Fate? Fate Grand Order and Fate Stay Night? Never heard of it. Sounds like a garbage series. Alright, let's continue. Monster Musume's success will never cease to confuse me. Okay, this is not a hot take. I agree with this take. I do not understand the appeal of Monster Musume. It's just a bunch of monster girls. That's pretty much what it is. That's literally what it is. It's an anime. Well, I'm not gonna actually. No, I'm not gonna call them out. I'm gonna get in boiling water if I do. So I'm gonna keep my words to myself. Unless somebody calls me a coward. You guys are not gonna call me a coward for giving my take, are you, chat? Okay, we're safe. Let us continue. I know people for some reason don't like filler, but we can agree that filler being put in Black Clover to give extra characterization to an insanely fast-paced manga is a good use of filler? No. I mean, I haven't seen Black Clover, but filler is never good for an anime simply because it just makes the story drag for longer. Like, why do I need to know all of this unnecessary shit when literally it could have happened like what? Okay, sure, you can include it in an OVA or something, but not as a freaking filler. My god. Okay, here we go. Wow, whoa, whoa, whoa! Language! What do we have here? This one's good. Let me read this. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be real good. And now the one you've all been waiting for. Yeah, why do you hate K-On! So much? The success of K-On! Actually angers me. Why has this boring, unfunny, uninteresting, over-animated monstrosity about 5 dull girls sitting around drinking motherfucking tea? Thank you, Giguk. Sorry for stealing your old joke. Joining Evangelion as one of, if not the most successful anime ever. This is legitimately like the kid sleeping through class every day becomes valedictorian, but doesn't know how to divide. If you ever want to call anime trash, the success of K-On! Is perfect fodder for that. Because this show is awful and I actually do not see any appeal in it. Again, I am not gonna have an opinion on this because I've never watched K-On! Before, but it's not that deep. It's a slice of life. If slice of life is not for you, then that's fine. But I mean, I can give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe K-On! is a cute series. You know, it doesn't have to be all action and flashing lights like shown in anime and all that stuff. Now, if you want to know what hot garbage looks like, look no further than Eminence in Shadow. Fuck that anime. Now, that is garbage. Your name was May at best. That was another garbage take. If they attacked a movie like Weathering with You, now that would have been a hot take. Alright, chat. A lot of these takes were absolute garbo. I'm not gonna deny that. Holy fucking shit, did I lose some aneurysms. Alright. We are now moving on to the TikTok ones. We are going to be moving to the TikTok hot takes. There's only 2 of them, which again is not that bad. And we're gonna read them together, alright? Couldn't be CJ. I felt nothing with. Now listen here, you little shit. I'm kidding. Dude. I felt nothing when Ace died. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna have an aneurysm, chat. Chat. That's a hot take right there. That's a scorching hot take. Ace was my favorite character! Man. You know what? You know what? Yeah. There. That way you know that I seen your tweet. That way you know that I saw your comment. I hope you're proud of yourself, you monster. You animal. You absolute animal. What about Void? The Sonic anime is better than One Piece. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with him, but if you like Sonic, then that's fine by you, alright? That's fine for you. But I feel like a lot of people are gonna disagree with you on that one. Alright, chat. We have finally read the TikTok ones, and now we are moving to the YouTube comments. We are now moving to the YouTube hot takes. We're gonna see what we have here. We have 11 comments. Some of them may be trash. Some of them may not. All right, let's see what we got. We got a heart emoji. Yeah, good for you. Mama Coco from the movie Coco. Okay, that's just a meme at this point. Oh, here's another one. Jujutsu Kaisen has a lot of happy endings. Jujutsu Kaisen has a lot of happy endings. Look, I don't want to spoil the series for you guys, but let me tell you why that's bullshit. You know those moments when when you're watching a new anime and somebody already tells you do not get attached to any anime character whatsoever, regardless what the anime is? Jujutsu Kaisen is literally one of them. Jujutsu Kaisen is literally one of those anime. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Jujutsu Kaisen and I rather not say it. Okay, what about this one? Kengan Ashura is better than Baki Hanma in fights and in characters for me. Ooh, that's a hot take right there. Kengan Ashura is better than Baki. Okay, look. I actually saw Baki. My God, is Baki something? Baki is something, alright. It's something. And Kengan Ashura being better. I mean, I haven't seen Kengan Ashura. I have to see it. So, wow. Oh yeah, people are gonna be pissed at that one. What else we got? Black Frieza in Dragon Ball Super arc should not happen. If we don't have Black Frieza, how the hell are we going to have Frieza be toe-to-toe with Goku? Know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, you gotta give him another power-up. You got Goku's Ultra Instinct, you got Vegeta's Ultra Ego, and now you have Frieza's Black Frieza. I mean, I'm still gonna place the heart because just to let them know that I actually did see their comment. Emerald Chaos ZX. So the last ones were from XX Gaming 6112, the Jujutsu Kaisen one. Terrence Jasper Yuan 4784. Stacy Hee John 7202. Jensen Cannon, who had the Black Frieza hot take. Emerald Chaos ZX. Okay, he says I got you. E Chaos, is this you? Emerald Chaos ZX, is this you? This you, brother? Because I'm gonna read your take now, if you're watching. Should I prepare myself, is the question. Should I prepare myself for your take? Because if I should, then yeah, I think I should advise everybody here to buckle up as well. Well, I'm gonna read it, whether Chaos is in the chat or not. All right, let's see what you got. I got you. The first one is not much of a hot take, but why are most newer anime games like Jump Force absolute trash, but Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 is still a good classic? Now an actual hot take I have is Bleach is cooler than Naruto and Chainsaw Man. And Chainsaw Man is more fun than My Hero Academia. Ooh, oh, now, holy shit. Chaos, you're gonna be in scorching hot, in boiling hot water because of that one. Bleach is cooler than Bleach is cooler than Naruto, to be honest. I will agree with that one, but wow. Chainsaw Man is more fun than My Hero Academia. Now that's a hot take right there. Wow. Even I felt the sting of that one. Wow. Also, stop comparing One Piece and Fairy Tail. Those are two completely different shows. Who the fuck compares One Piece and Fairy Tail? One Piece is peak. Fairy Tail is a gooner anime. No, seriously, guys. People who the reason why people watch Fairy Tail at this point is because they're down bad. Let's be realistic. It's literally because they're down bad. There's fan service 24/7. Fan service left. Fan service right. Fan service up. Fan service down. Fan service everywhere in Fairy Tail. But yeah, this is the thing about the anime video games like Jump Force. Yeah, I agree with this take. Although not all of them are equally as bad, because you have games like the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm series. You have Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Kagura Hinokami Chronicles, my bad. Hinokami Kagura is the thing that Tanjiro uses, but Hinokami Chronicles is pretty good from what I've seen. It's not as good as Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, but it is good. Also, yeah, this is a scorching hot take. I'm not gonna disagree with the take. I agree with some of it. But man, are people gonna be pissed at that one. Bleach is cooler than Naruto, and Chainsaw Man is way more fun than My Hero Academia. Hey man, don't let the My Hero fans hear that because they're gonna go after you. Oh my god. Alright, what else we have? Oh, speaking of which, the Annie Boy 9659. My Hero Academia is a really poor show. They got a comment. How is this a hot take? I mean, essentially he's just saying My Hero Academia is trash. Brother, I don't know if you're trying to rage bait the My Hero Academia fandom, but I think you and Emerald Chaos ZX are doing a very good job at trying to rage bait the My Hero Academia fans. Jesus Christ. One Piece is oh no! Graham Tech literally out here saying, "Oh, believe me, I kind of did already, but one of my videos, really, you actually rage baited the My Hero Academia fandom? Wild. Absolutely fucking wild." Graham Tech here says One Piece is trash. Wow. Wow. Now that's a scorching hot take. You know that in one of the VTuber, not a VTuber by the way, one of the YouTubers that I see, I believe his name is Sylvanas. He actually made a skit of anime hot takes, and one of the hot takes was One Piece is not peak fiction. That motherfucker got, oh my god, One Piece is trash. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, he's gonna piss off a lot of people with that one. Graham Tech, again, if you're trying to rage bait, I think you're doing a good job. Holy fucking shit, I felt that one. And I don't even watch One Piece. I stopped watching that shit ever since Ace died. Alright, what about this one? Corey Arts 5612. What do we have here? Anime should draw characters more like their actual ages. Sick of 30-year-olds looking like teens or vice versa. Also ban all lolly. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody who agrees with me, for fuck's sake. Chat, you know what I'm tired of seeing? I am so unbelievably sick and tired of seeing the anime trope of, oh, hey, look at my waifu. Waifu? What are you, a closet creep? No. She's 1,000 years old, therefore she's legal. Bro! Being legal doesn't make it right! That's still a kid! 1,000-year-old kid! The fuck? No. Just no. No. You should be put in jail, brother. Maximum security. Alcatraz level. But Corey Arts, yeah, I agree. You know what? Yeah, I agree with that take. I actually agree with this take 100%. Come on, man. Why do people always go after the small ones? Why can't you go after the older women? Why can't we go for the women that are in their late 30s or 40s? No, they always choose the damn kids. Every single time. Alright, chat. We are now done with the YouTube hot takes. And holy shit, you guys are professional rage baiters. Hey, if you guys love causing chaos left and right, then, you know, more power to you guys. Just don't involve me in your takes, alright? Okay, that's it for the YouTube ones. Now the next ones we have are from Quora, of all places. Okay, let's see what Quora has to offer. What are your anime hot takes? We got 26 answers here. Just because a character is an asshole doesn't mean he's a good character. Looking at you, Bakugo stance. That nobody kicked the shit out of this kid is nothing short of a miracle. Oh my god, wait. Okay, yeah, this is all in one take, but I'm gonna read the different takes. So, because a character isn't an asshole doesn't mean he's a good character. Okay, here's the thing. Bakugo may have been an a-hole, but in the end, he's still a good fucking character, alright? There's a, like, I hate Deku so much. Deku is just so, ugh. I hate him. I can't stand Deku. Bakugo, yeah, he may be an asshole, but the guy's a badass, bro. He did what All Might and Deku could not do. Spoiler alert for those of you who are watching. I will talk about a very heavy spoiler in My Hero Academia. Brace yourselves. Alright, you guys don't care about spoilers? Then good. Spoiler warning in 3, 2, 1. This motherfucker literally defeated All for One. This guy literally said, I don't give a fuck if you turn into a baby. I'm still gonna beat your ass. I will have what little strength I have to beat your ass. This motherfucker, again, he's an asshole, but he's a badass. This motherfucker is a badass. That's why I like Bakugo more than Deku. It's like, I don't know, it feels like the dynamic between Bakugo and Deku feels like in a kind of like a rivalry dynamic, kind of like, you know, Cobra Kai with Lawrence and LaRusso. It kind of feels that way. But they start as oh, I want to kill you, to then hey, bro, I got you. Something like that. That nobody kicked the shit out of this kid is nothing short of a miracle. While the Soul Eater manga is overall superior, I like Krona's ending in the anime more. Actually, I don't remember much about Soul Eater, so I can't have an opinion on this one. The plot did them dirty. Now for the big one. Power scaling can be probably hurtful when it comes to enjoying anime. Some people should stop blathering about X negatives and Y's. Oh, my bad. X negates Y. And just focus on enjoying a show. But can he beat Goku, though? You don't understand. Your favorite show is trash because no one is multi-ultra-hyper-versal. That's all from me. Goodbye. Okay, here's the thing. A character doesn't laugh. Yeah, it's true. Okay, I'm not gonna deny or I'm not gonna agree or disagree with this take. You do your anime however the fuck you want, alright? But power scaling can probably be hurtful when it comes to enjoying anime. Not necessarily. Take a look at One Punch Man. Saitama is OP as fuck, but he is frustrated because he cannot find someone who evenly matches him in combat. You know? So, power scaling is not all that bad when it comes to anime. Keyword on that bad. So, yeah. It's really not that bad, Chad. It's really not. One Punch Man is a good example of this, of an anime with power scaling and all that shit. You know, Gino receiving some upgrades, Saitama being overpowered right from the get-go and all that stuff. Dragon Ball also has the power scaling every so often. Power scaling works as a way to, you know, determine your characters from which ones are weak, which ones are strong, which ones need buffs, and which ones need nerfs. Okay, look, I get it. Death Battle uses this a lot in their death battles. But if it were for me, I mean, then by that logic, that means that some of my characters will be overpowered as shit, since they can take on an entire solar system by themselves. But I'm not gonna put a plot like that, at least not yet. I do have characters that are capable of doing that are capable of literally, that, you know, can stop multiple shit like that, but that doesn't mean I'm necessarily gonna make a character like that. But can he beat Goku, though? Yeah, he can. Yeah, both of them can, actually. The two I'm thinking about, yeah, they can both beat Goku. Alright, what about this one? Oh, wow, there's like 8 hot takes here. Here we go. Let's begin. My Hero Academia seasons 1 and 3 is the peak of a new gen shonen. Yes, better than Black Clover, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, etc. I agree with Black Clover. I am not gonna say much about Jujutsu Kaisen. I will disagree on Demon Slayer though. But yeah, My Hero is not that bad. I feel like My Hero hatred is forced, but My Hero Academia better than Black Clover. I mean, I'd rather watch My Hero Academia than Black Clover, 100%. I don't like My Hero or Jujutsu Kaisen that much, but I mean, I think they're both evenly for me. My Hero being better than Demon Slayer? Now that's a hot take. One Punch Man is infinitely better than Mob Psycho 100. I'll agree. I mean, I actually had more fun watching One Punch Man than Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho is not bad at all, but I enjoyed One Punch Man more. Light Yagami is a better protagonist than Lelouch. Yes. Definitely. Yes. It's a hot take, but I'm willing to die on this hill. Light Yagami is a better character, a better protagonist than Lelouch. Number 4. All right, here we go. Fairy Tail is not nearly as bad as people make it out to be, and 98% of people who say it's ass have never even watched a single episode. Also, Grand Magic Games is one of, if not the best tournament arc in anime. But y'all ain't ready to hear that. The reason why I say Fairy Tail is bad, it's because it's an anime for those who are down bad, bro. Like, I'm not saying that, yeah, sure, you have a story, but the problem with Fairy Tail is that it's hard to enjoy the story when you have ass and titties all over the place, literally shoved down your face. Oh, and the girls are not safe either. They have to watch shirtless men 24/7. Nobody's safe from the fan service in Fairy Tail, bro. That's why I say that Fairy Tail is an anime for those who are down bad. AKA, it's a gooner anime. It's literally a gooner anime. Have I watched Fairy Tail? I watched the first 3 episodes. Didn't watch after that because I knew what I was getting myself into. I'm like, no, I'm not watching this shit. And a friend of mine was like, oh, wait, you should give it a chance, bro. It's fire and all that shit. And I'm like, all I'm seeing is ass and titties. I don't want to see that shit in my shonen. What is this? Where's the plot? Where's the story? Where's the emotion? Sure, again, it has a story, but it's hard to enjoy it when you literally have fan service 24/7. And I already stated, the girls are not safe either. Alright, what else we have? So yeah, Fairy Tail, okay. I've seen worse anime, I will not lie. Yes, there are far worse anime than Fairy Tail, but I'm not gonna defend it and say that it's good. Fairy Tail is... It's not the worst thing I've seen, but it's not good. That's a scorching hot take, by the way. Oh, number 5. We're talking about One Piece again, aren't we? One Piece has as many bad arcs as good ones. One Piece fans do everything in their power to make sure everyone only acknowledges the good parts of One Piece and ignore or don't even recognize the bad parts. For every Water 7, there was a Thriller Bark. For every Enies lobby, there was a Fishman Island. For every Marineford, there was a Punk Hazard. For every Sabaody? How the fuck do you pronounce that? Sabaody Archipelago, there was a Skypiea, etc. One Piece's highs are very entertaining, but their lows were eye-gougingly bad. And also abundant, and I'm tired of pretending like they weren't. The thing about One Piece at this point, because of the amount of episodes that it has, One Piece is literally like a roller coaster. It goes up and down and all around. So yeah, One Piece is inevitable. Like every anime is inevitable of having good parts and bad parts. Like every anime is a victim to this. Actually, every series and video games is a victim to this. What else do we have? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is carried by its internet and meme status. Oh no. Without it, the series wouldn't be nearly as liked or praised. Wow. Wow. I feel called out. Okay, look, I know that a lot of people really enjoyed the JoJo memes and all that stuff, and maybe that's the reason why people love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure so much, but come on, man. I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because of how wacky and crazy it is, alright? I liked the stories in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So, yeah, the story itself can get goofy at times, but JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is good, regardless of which part you see. Granted, do not start in part 3. You gotta start in part 1. That's how you know how the entire storyline goes. And yes, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure can be gay at times. Well, or looks like it. But hey, it's still a good series regardless. You're gonna enjoy it. Who cares if you got muscular men left and right doing flamboyant stuff? It's part of the series. That is the reason why it's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because the adventure itself is so bizarre that you can't even put it into words. My god. Okay, let's see what else. Number 7. Oh my god, this is a long one. Not as long as One Piece though. Akame ga Kill's anime original ending, at the very least as a standalone, isn't as bad as people make it out to be. If disconnected from being compared to the manga ending and critiqued as its own thing, I personally thought it was a quite serviceable and well-made ending to the show. I do think the manga ending is better, but the AOE being hailed as one of the worst ever made is far-fetched to me, to say the least. I have watched Akame ga Kill, and holy shit, what the fuck. This is one of the anime where I tell you, do not get attached to any character. This is one of the anime where you just can't get attached to any character at all. They're gonna fucking die. Bulat died! Leona died! Everybody died! You can't get attached to anybody in Akame ga Kill. And the ending? I'm not even gonna mention the ending. You gotta find that shit for yourself. Return to Shiganshina is the single greatest anime arc ever made. Which one is this one again? Okay, from which anime was this? I don't remember. Oh, Attack on Titan, okay. It's been a while since I haven't seen Attack on Titan. I gotta rewatch that shit. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a big one. I see Denji over there. This one's gonna be good, I think. Chainsaw Man is not as bad as people make it out to be. I see a lot of people saying it's overrated or overhyped or whatever. But honestly, I enjoy watching it, to be honest. Yeah, honestly, I feel like Chainsaw Man hatred is forced. Honestly, well, okay, yeah, Denji can be a bit of a weirdo, but ignoring Denji's weird obsession with wanting to touch titties, the series itself it's not that bad. I've seen worse. I've seen far worse than that, but yeah, it's not a bad series. I've seen worse. Black Clover is a fun anime, not gonna lie. I do not like Black Clover at all. I really did not like Black Clover, and I cannot stand this fucker. This guy right here, Asta, I can't stand him. Like, in my opinion, like, okay, I get it. Black Clover has its fan base and stuff, but to me, I just really hate Asta, and he's the main character. He's just so annoying, and he's screaming all the time, like 24/7. Like, bro, I can't watch Black Clover. No, hell no. Boruto gets fired later on. I mean, yeah, the character. Ah, the character. Yeah, that's literally this motherfucker right here. Literally Asta. Boruto gets fired later on. Look, I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. Boruto can be annoying sometimes. But maybe I'm being too rough on Boruto. I've barely seen Boruto, and I have heard from a lot of people that Boruto is bad, that Boruto is a series that should have never been made, or I don't know, a bunch of shit about Boruto. Do I think Boruto is as bad as people think it is? Again, not at all. I've seen worse. I've seen worse than Boruto. Although there is one thing I will ask about Boruto. How the fuck do we go from, ninjas and shit to fighting dinosaurs? Fucking velociraptors and shit. I think people are mostly mentioning the anime because the manga was better than what I heard. Was the manga better? Really? I mean, if the manga is good, then maybe we're giving it the benefit of the doubt. Song check, by the way. Here's the thing. The thing about Boruto is that I feel that Boruto right now is without direction. It feels directionless in a way. Like it doesn't know where exactly does it want to go, you know? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. It's mid at best, okay? I have given it the benefit of the doubt. It's mid at best. I'm not saying it's bad. It's mid. It's in between. Again, it can get better later on, but I don't know if I'm gonna watch Boruto. I've already invested so much in Naruto. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. I can bear myself to watch another Naruto. My Hero Academia is low-key overrated. Okay, look. Yes, My Hero Academia can be overrated. I'm not gonna defend it because a lot of people like the show, but I will say one thing. My Hero hatred, I don't know. I feel that My Hero hatred feels forced, in my opinion. That's one of my takes. It may be a hot take, it may not be a hot take, but My Hero hatred literally feels forced. And honestly, I haven't watched My Hero because I'm waiting for the entire series to end. I don't know if the entire series ended. The reason why I was waiting for the series to end is because I want to binge watch the fuck out of it. I want to watch everything in one go. I want the moment I see My Hero, I want the full package. I want the entire files, all of the storyline, all of the fucking documents. Just so I can enjoy the series to its fullest, even if I'm not up to date. Honestly, I didn't really care about spoilers because, I mean, again, I was gonna watch the series anyways. And I don't know what the fuck is going on with the series. So at the very least, there's some element of surprise, you know? So yeah, it's overrated. I will agree with that, but its hatred feels forced. Also, we get to see this bunny beauty over here. The dark-skinned beauty that is Mirko. It's a shame she gets her arm chopped off. Yes, I knew of that unfortunate thing that happened in the series. Don't remind me, chat. Ewok and Kaguya were shit villains in comparison to Aizen and Madara. Got introduced out of the blue without any kind of build-up or hype. Oh yeah, I will agree with this take. Kaguya literally came out of fucking nowhere. Like, what the fuck? I thought that Madara was the final boss, but no. It was Kaguya. And the way they defeated her? Sexy reverse harem jutsu. What the hell? But yeah, she literally came out of fucking nowhere. There was no build up to her whatsoever. And keep in mind, she was one of the first Otsutsuki. Is it Otsutsuki or Otsutsuki? She was the first one to pop out in Naruto. The later ones come out in Boruto. Wow, there's a lot of takes here. Okay, I agree. It's not as bad as people say. Disagree 100%. In between. Agree. Agree. Okay, these are takes that some of the majority of them I agree with. What about this one? Deku is continental in terms of power 1. I thought Deku was a street tier. Wasn't Deku the fucker who bullies street tiers? According to what people on the power scaling fandom say. I mean, there is a meme going around with him saying, "Bring me more street tiers," or something like that. I don't fucking know. Gohan is stronger than Goku. Okay. Look. I don't want to throw takes here, but Wiz has specifically said that if Beast Gohan gets out of control, he can even take down the strongest being in Dragon Ball Super. So yeah, Gohan, it can be stronger than Goku. Especially Beast form. Dragon Ball GT was the last time Dragon Ball was good. Ooh. Yo, now that's a scorching hot take. A lot of people said GT was Garbo. Now that's a hot take right there. Granted, my feelings for GT were mixed. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. GT to me was interesting to say the least. But holy shit, you're gonna piss off a lot of people with that one. One Piece is too long and boring. I mean, I do agree with too long. Boring? Highly unlikely. Well, I mean, except if you're watching the filler, then yeah, then it is boring if you're watching filler. But yeah, I will agree that it's too long. Yujiro Hanma is mountain level father. Record of Ragnarok is universal and vapes Yujiro. Chat, do you guys agree with this take? Who would win? Very muscular man who is seen as a demon, or an army of literal fucking gods? I don't know about you guys, but I think the gods may actually win this one. That's a hot take, by the way. Yeah, Yujiro Hanma is a monster, but I think the gods actually take this one. What else do we have? Morijin was only universal after attaining Nirvana. Oh, we're talking about power scalings now? Oh shit. That's I knew this day would come. That's a thing I didn't want it to approach. I didn't want to go with power scalings, but here we are. Peak Goku character-wise is better than the rest of the Z cast. The problem is Toriyama doesn't help him there. I disagree. I feel that Big Goku character-wise is not better than the Z-Cast. In my opinion, the best character from the Z-Cast has to be Vegeta. I don't know, I feel that Vegeta is a better written character than Goku. That's my opinion, at least. I mean, for fuck's sake, Vegeta is a better husband to Bulma than Goku is to Chi-Chi, okay? I'm pretty sure that's a take that we can all agree. Vegeta is a better a better written character than Goku. Naruto may not be the symbol of hard work, but he actually is good story of an underdog and of hatred. I mean, I have to agree. That's not even a hot take. That's a straight up fact. The big three are not overrated, and your opinion sucks. Whoa, okay. I was defending you, and you come up with this. Okay. Sure, they're not overrated. I mean, you got Bleach, you got One Piece, and you got Naruto, but my opinion sucks? No. What happens if I pull an Uno reverse card on you? What if your opinion sucks? Thought so. Let's keep going. Despite that Hunter x Hunter anime, Naruto is better than the Naruto anime. Ooh, no, that's a hot take right there. That is literally a hot take, saying that Hunter x Hunter is better than Naruto. Now that's a scorching hot take. You brought that upon yourself. If you're trying to rage bait Naruto, that's on you. That's literally on you, buddy. Oh no. Oh no. He's talking about solo leveling. Oh no. Okay, here we go. What do you have to say about Sung Jinu, huh? All right. Sung Jinu was not only far better in the novel, he was also far better earlier on. Look, I'm a huge solo leveling snob, okay? I love solo leveling as much as the next guy. But to tell me that solo leveling's main protagonist, Sung Jinu, was better earlier in the series than later, you do know this motherfucker loses his memories as the series progresses, right? Like this motherfucker, you can't tell me that this is not a good character. This motherfucker went to hell to find a cure for his mom. You're telling me that's not a good character? Motherfucker cares about his family. He did everything he could to be the strongest. Like that power that Sung Jinu has, he earned that shit. He actually earned that shit. Especially between the creator fight and the start of the battle between the monarchs, he's so boring. I disagree. One of the mostly hype moments in the entire story for solo leveling is the island of giant ants. That, in my opinion, holy shit, that arc was peak. That is the best arc in solo leveling. The island of giant ants. Especially between... Okay, we already saw that. Nier doesn't suck and is still interesting. Okay, I agree with this take. This take right here, I do agree. I will say Nier is a better detective than L, though. Attack on Titan manga has some weird character jumps that are jarring. I don't know about that one, Chief. A manga that is too dark is just... Wait. Oh, no. No. Chat, no. Anything but this. No. A manga, no. Chat, no. I wanna read the next day. Please. Chat, help me. Please. A manga that is too dark is just as bad as something that is way too kind. This is more overall also... I am looking at you, Garth Ennis. Yes, I know you're not a manga artist. Oh, Dragon Ball Superhero. Wait. So let me get this straight. So what you're saying is that a manga that is too dark is just as bad as something that is way too kind? Wait. So you're saying that if a manga is too wholesome, it's bad. Equally as bad as a manga being too dark. I do not see your logic here. What the You do know good and evil are two completely different things, right? You cannot compare. Chat. You cannot compare fries with ketchup you cannot compare fries with ketchup to fries with cheese and bacon. That's not how it works, okay? That's not how it works. Oh my god. Garth Ennis. Yes, I know you are not a manga artist. Chat. Every time I look at this poster, I have a severe case of PTSD. Look. A bit of a reason why I have the PTSD. Uncle Carice is gonna tell you all that happened that day. So here's what happened. I was literally one time in the internet and I was hearing about this one anime that a lot of people were moaning about. There's one anime that people were so disgusted by. And then I saw the title and I was like, you know what? I've watched Berserk. I've watched Goblin Slayer. It can't be that bad, right? Right? So, the anime was none other than Redo of Healer. Also, fuck Redo of Healer. I hate this anime. So, the first episode, it was weird. I'm not gonna deny. The fucked up thing about this is that it had an uncensored version. I said to myself, uncensored? Psst, I ain't a pussy. Biggest mistake of my life, chat. Biggest fucking mistake of my life. Yeah, and by seeing the uncensored version on episode 2, oh my god. Oh my fucking Christ, episode 2. Episode 2, it was too much. It was literally too much. I could not bear to watch more than 3 episodes. And you guys know that I always do the 3-episode test on every single anime. If you don't pass any of those 3 episodes, you're fucked. I'm not watching you. This anime, not only did it not pass the test, but it's as if it was trying to fail the test on purpose. I could not watch this anime at all. Dude, episode 2 was so traumatizing. I literally clicked away from that shit faster than the Flash going from one side of the world to another, bro. That's how bad it was. Remember everyone. Do not watch Redo of Healer. Fuck this anime. I do not wish anybody to watch this shit. Not even to enemies, because I don't even have enemies, only inferiors. Oh my god, now that we're out of the trauma, let's continue. Dragon Ball Super Superhero sucks. I mean, hey, that's your opinion, I guess. The Demon Slayer manga is pretty good. Solid 3 out of 10, by the way. By the way, I say mid starts at 0, and bad is below that. Except for the final arc, which was rushed. You look positively awful. Tanjiro Kamado, oh my god. I cannot imagine how this moment's gonna be when we reach that part of the series. Honestly, dude, if it weren't for the manga, we wouldn't have had the series. So I think the manga is pretty good. Also, I love the art style for the manga, so it's not completely bad. Power is overrated. I am not sure if I can post a spoiler here. Hey man, don't talk about Power like that. She just has difficulties. Man, what do you mean Power is overrated? You know who's overrated? Makima. And people still like her for whatever reason. God, I hate Makima. I don't like her at all. I hate her, chat. I hate Makima. I hate her so much. Pre-time skip One Piece is better than post-time skip in art and paneling. Oh yeah, Makima is evil, bro. I hate her so much. Spoiler alert. She killed Power! I like Power! A lot! What do you mean pre-time skip One Piece is better than post-time skip in art? Bro, you're telling me that this art is better than this art? This art looks cool. You can see how the artist evolved over time. I like this art more. Which also adds to the fact clean artwork is 100% better than super detailed cluttered artwork. I'm looking at you, Toy. Toy put less action lines. Put less action lines. Also work on your anatomy. Oh yeah? How about you try to make a manga, huh? Not so easy, eh? Oh, here's the thing about anatomy. You don't necessarily have to follow all the rules of anatomy, because there is something that is called... There's 2 things in animation. There's squash and stretch, and there's also exaggeration. The good thing about anime and cartoons is that you can use both of them. You can use exaggeration in order to exaggerate some parts, whether it's the movements, the overall character design, etc. However, if it's squash and stretch, that is something that should be present in every animation medium. It's what gives their character their character, and it's also what makes some of these scenes cinematic. So yeah, they can literally bend the human body however the hell they want, simply because it's animation. And again, those two things I mentioned, those are some of the principles in animation. Time to get burned at the stake? Oh yeah, definitely. Probably. Especially for this take. And yeah, you're gonna be burned for you're gonna be burned on a stake, not for having shit takes, but by showing this picture. Motherfucker gonna be crucified on a stake. And burned alive too. Okay, that was a little bit too much. I'm so sorry, chat. What about this one? Alright. I get giddy like a small kid in a candy store when I see questions like these. Let's get right into it. Okay, here we go. Persona 4 is better than Persona 5 in most aspects. I mean, I can't have an opinion here because, I mean, I haven't played any of the Persona games, but I gotta try them out some point. Yeah, I really gotta try them out. Ayano Koji isn't even close to being a perfect human. That looks fucked up. That actually looks fucked up, but yeah. Momoshiki is father and loses horribly to Kaguya. I haven't seen Boruto, so again, I can't have an opinion here. Tokyo Revengers is better than your favorite delinquent manga. Motherfucker, you're telling me that Tokyo Revengers is better than JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? You know Josuke was a delinquent, right? At some point. I don't like Tokyo Revengers. Actually, I have a hot take for you guys. Tokyo Revengers, overrated as shit. I don't like Tokyo Revengers. Eren is not misunderstood. Still goated though. Goku versus Giorno is a stalemate. If Giorno Giovanna hits Goku, well, I mean, if he even has the chance to do so, if Gold Experience Requiem hits Goku, it's over. The fact is, good luck hitting Goku because he has Ultra Instinct, so he's just gonna dodge every attack. What, Giorno Giovanna versus Goku? Hey, I'm being realistic. Nobody wins in this scenario. Giorno Giovanna only has to hit Goku one time with Gold Experience Requiem in order for Goku to... Yeah, Goku's gonna lose if he gets hit by Gold Experience Requiem. But he's not gonna be able to hit Goku because of Ultra Instinct. Goku's just gonna dodge everything. So again, this fight is a lose-lose situation. Nobody's gonna win. Do you disagree, Chaos? Do you disagree? Between Giorno Giovanna and Goku, who do you think is gonna win? I mean, it is a stalemate. Yeah, it is a fucking stalemate because nobody wins in this scenario. My god. Otsutsuki God is featless. People should stop saying that he beats OP characters. Again, I can't have an opinion on Otsutsuki because, again, I haven't watched Boruto. Madara Solo's Marineford arc. Oh my god. Oh no. Jesus fucking Christ. Madara Solo's Marineford arc. I mean, Madara Solo's pretty much almost anything. The only reason why Madara was defeated was because Naruto used Talk no Jutsu to him. But everybody lost against Madara, and you guys know it. Yeah, you know what? I cannot disagree with this take. One Piece and Naruto are equally good. Yeah, I agree. I'd rather watch Naruto though. If you talk shit about an anime you've never watched or watched minimally, the circus is that way. Wait, so you're telling me that simply because I only watched 2 episodes of Redo of Healer, that my opinion is invalid. No, I refuse to believe that shit simply because of that. But if you want me to wear the clown nose so badly, then so be it. You know what's funny? I do a very good job as a clown. Every one of you watching the stream is laughing. All of you at home are seeing my misery, reading all of these comments, all of these takes, and everyone enjoys it. Everyone but one person, the most important person of the entire circus, me, the clown, the one who should be laughing with them, not at them, the one who should be enjoying this shit but is suffering on the inside. Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna entertain the idea. What do I look like, the fucking Joker? Hell no. Let's continue. Thanks for reading. Well, at least it was friendly. All right. Next one. Next takes. Today I will be stealing the famous hot take system popularized by Stephen Pablos. I hope you're ready for this. I'm going to burn the oven and the house 10% at a time. 110%. All right, buddy. Let's see what you got. Mainstream shonen is better than insert underrated seinen here. Let's start cooking. Now what I mean by that is that merely having the tag of seinen does not make a story instantly better than a mainstream shonen. And I think because some titles are popular, we tend to have some aversion to the idea that maybe they are popular because they are well written. When you think about seinen, I'm sure you're thinking about Vagabond, Gantz, 20th Century Boys, Oyasumi Pun Pun, Monster, Kingdom, Vinland Saga, and so on. Many of these titles are not as underrated as they are made out to sound, and I'll get to a popular title in just a second. For every one of these stories, there are god-awful seinen titles, and they are garbage to read. Shonen don't become popular in thin air. Shonen manga is a cutthroat industry where stories that don't sell get axed faster than you can say Jack Robinson. They are sometimes worth the hype and sometimes even more. Don't be duped into thinking because something is popular, it's trash. Okay. There are popular anime that I will say are trash. There's popular anime that I do not like at all. I'm looking at you, Sword Art Online. That's the worst example that I can give. And yes, personally, I think Sword Art Online is worse than Fairy Tail. 100%. 200%. 120%, this guy says. Let's see, what do we have here? Berserk is not underrated. I mean, I agree. Berserk is not underrated. I mean, I agree with this take. Yeah, this isn't even, bro, this isn't a hot take. This is a fact. What are you talking about? If anything, Berserk is actually rightly beloved and very close to overrated, if you can believe it. Sometimes we throw around the word underrated over titles that have the right level of target audience, and we risk making them seem like we're being pretentious. Your friend's not interested in reading something because of themes and story structure does not make the title you love underrated. To be underrated is to be held in high enough regard. Take a good look and you'll see this bad boy is the highest ranked manga in a top 10 list that has only 2 shonen titles. Unlike anime, that list is going to remain like that for a long time. I mean, Berserk is not only like just a manga, it's a work of art, you know? I mean, have you seen the art that the mangaka of Berserk made when he was alive? Rest in peace, by the way. Rest in peace to a real one. Dude, Berserk is not just a story, it's a work of art. And I don't think Berserk is underrated and it's not overrated. I think that Berserk is just, I think Berserk is there. Art is nice. Oh, it's more than nice. The art in Berserk is Do you guys believe me if I tell you guys that this guy, the mangaka, literally got in trouble sometimes because he spent weeks on a single manga panel? Yeah, he was that dedicated to the craft. But yeah, Berserk is not underrated and it's not overrated. I think Berserk is just there. It's at the perfect spot. 130%. What do we have here? My Hero Academia Season 2 is better than Demon Slayer Season 2. That's a scorching hot take. Honestly, I have not seen My Hero, so again, I cannot give my opinion here. But, I mean, you do know you're competing with the Entertainment District arc from Demon Slayer, right? Which has one of the best animation I've seen in anime, right? Which has one of the best fights ever in anime, right? Yeah. I want to see how season 2 from My Hero competes with that. I really want to see. Chat, be honest. Is My Hero Academia over? Like, is the whole series over? My Hero Academia? Because if it's over, if My Hero Academia is completely over, I think I'm gonna start binge watching it. And no, I still do not like Deku. Bakugo is a better character than him. Oh god, I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to watch Deku cry every 5 seconds. Alright, let's see what his opinion is on My Hero. I'm not sure how controversial this is to say, but season 2 of My Hero Academia was really good. Perhaps way too good for the direction the series eventually decides to go with. I think I read the Entertainment District arc. Oh wait, this is manga shit, never mind. I think I read Entertainment District arc about 2 years or so ago, and while I loved it, I don't think it hit quite the high points that Deku and friends hit in this arc. This arc was the one that actually got the people My Hero Academia currently has. I'm not entirely the biggest fan of either fan base, so don't worry. I don't feel too strongly about this one if you disagree. I just think it's fun to actually claim My Hero Academia is better than something when how the fan base has run its popularity to the nether sphere. I mean, again, I will not agree with that last statement because again, the My Hero fan base is it's something, all right. It's something. 104. How many takes do we have? Oh my god, they still keep going. Okay, let's continue. Oh, this one's Attack on Titan. All right, let's see what you got on Shingeki no Kyojin. Season 1 is better than seasons 2 and 3. I have not seen seasons 2 and 3. I got stuck in season 1 because I was waiting at the dub at the time. But since the series is over, might as well just rewatch the whole thing, am I right? I think I may actually watch it in Japanese simply so I can hear the Ore no na wa Eren Yeager. Probably should do that. Yeah, I should definitely do that. I was going to add season 4 to the mix, but outside of Eren and his arc in season 4, there were a bit more things I loved about season 4 than I did one, so we'll stick to seasons 2 and 3. I understand that Isayama had taken quite the risk to make Attack on Titan into a political intrigue and a critique of the cycle of war. Factions fighting a war they no longer had context for, and all sorts of people in the middle forced to pick sides between two rotten factions. A lot of it paid off, I will admit, but I don't think the mystery was ultimately worth it. I think given the volume of information Isayama had to reveal towards the end of the series, Attack on Titan would have worked better with the cards set for the audience to see. It would have ended up less of a mystique, but it would can't read shit. But it would have ironed out a lot of the history in a way that would have made the pain humanity had to endure, Titan shifters or no, all the more poignant. An action series in the vein of season 1 that sacrificed secrecy for clarity would have given Attack on Titan an ending that was more emotionally resonant. Again, I cannot give my opinion on this take because I haven't seen seasons 2 and 3 and onward. Again, I'm stuck in season 1, okay? Tokyo Ghoul is better than Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh no. Brother, that's a line you don't want to cross, man. I'm telling you right now. That is a line you do not want to cross. Tokyo Ghoul is better than Jujutsu Kaisen. I have a question for you. Just one question. Chat, this question applies to you, so you guys better answer carefully. What's your type of woman? I'm sorry. That question came out of nowhere, but that's what my favorite character from Jujutsu Kaisen says. That character being Aoi Todo. Motherfucker is a literal goof. He's a literal dumbass. But holy shit, is he funny. Oh man. But still, Jujutsu Kaisen has a lot of good characters. Like Tokyo Ghoul, better than Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm telling you, man, that's a line you don't want to cross. I originally wanted to use Chainsaw Man in place of Jujutsu Kaisen, but I think Chainsaw Man has been dragged through the mud long enough. I agree with that. It's an easy dead horse to beat, and it's not like I want to hate on it. While Jujutsu Kaisen has the better action by miles, the relationship between humanity and evil that fits on human vulnerability and heroes stuck in the middle is handled a bit better in Tokyo Ghoul. I didn't like Tokyo Ghoul as much as I like Jujutsu Kaisen. That's a hot take right there. It has the better characters, the better usage of Japan as the setting for the supernatural, and while early Ken is more annoying than Yuji, the evolution as of right now is in favor of Ken. Now I know the comparison here seems apples to oranges, given one is a shonen and the other is a seinen. Exactly. But Jujutsu Kaisen is something I respect enough to compare. I don't do this to piss on Jujutsu Kaisen, but to point out that it is good enough to warrant that kind of comparison. I'm gonna have to disagree with that take. I think the opposite. Jujutsu Kaisen is better than Tokyo Ghoul. Definitely by a landslide. Obito is not misunderstood, but his love for Rin is? What? Chat, any opinion on this? Obito is not misunderstood, but his love for Rin is. I'm going to consider a thorough look at Obito soon enough, but his affection for Rin is often seen to be his primary motivation for the war in a way that sees him as a simp. It's not that simple. That was a terrible pun. But yeah. The short version is that Rin more than love represented something Kakashi and Minato in his mind no longer had. Innocence. Rin died too young to have her heart tainted in Obito's eyes, and that is why Obito always preserves who she was and who he was when he symbolically died when his soul meets Rin in the Pure Lands. Oh. The man spouts a lot about how childish the dreams of others have, but Obito never got to grow past his trauma and remained a cynical 12-year-old at heart. Kakashi was a killer, so he could not be as pure as he remembered his friend. His mentor, the Yellow Flash, or Minato, wasn't fast enough, see what they did there, to be there when he was needed most. It's not simply that he loves Rin, but that he hates the rest of those he care about. Rin is the innocence he wished he hadn't lost. Him and his Team 7. Motherfucker, that's not a hot take. That's philosophy right there. That is not a hot take. That's a that's philosophy. Oh shit, this shit's deep. What the fuck? Alright, 170. Oh, okay. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Oshinoko. Chat, you guys have seen this manga. You guys have seen this anime. You guys know how it goes with Oshinoko. Oshinoko is sadly overrated. There is a video out there that said I think it's called The Rise and Fall of Oshinoko. But yeah. All right, let's see what we got on this. To be clear, I like reading the manga, and when the stronger art hits, they hit hard. But man, were the expectations high on this one, and I felt serious disappointment in episode 1. I genuinely think there was room for this series to grow into maybe someone's top 10 list, not mine though. But because it was set on such a high pedestal from the start, it gave me the impression that it was going in places it simply didn't. Once I catch up with the manga, I'll give official thoughts. For now, be content with it. I heard that the series got progressively worse as it was, but again, I can't have an opinion on that one. All I know is that, you know, her death is a major part of the series, so yeah. One Piece pre-time skip is better than One Piece post-time skip. Again, we saw this take earlier. I have to disagree. My God. There was something about the way that post-time skip One Piece was written that simply made it difficult to read and enjoy to a similar degree. This isn't me saying One Piece bad now, because I think One Piece still tries to hit a lot of points that the fans signed up for. I would easily read any of the older arcs pretty easily, but the newer ones have a lot of things happening at once that force me to divide my attention and thus leave me with a feeling that I didn't really go on a journey. This might be a me thing though, so take this with a bucket of salt. Oh, not a grain of salt, a bucket of salt. Alright. Let's see what you got. We now get to one of the toughest ones to find fans, but if I'm being honest, one's collaboration with Yusuke Murata allows for a more well-rounded experience despite the thematic superiority of Mob Psycho 100. I personally don't think that merely being the more artsy of the two is enough. I've watched indie stuff before that I was told was meant to be deeper than the Earth's core, and I found them boring and lackluster. I like what Mob Story is all about, but I think that not only does One Punch Man's cast have more going for themselves, they are also entertaining to read about in general. Fully ready to agree to disagree on this one. Honestly, I still think that One Punch Man was better than Mob Psycho. Also, a music check. One Punch Man, the manga, is better than Mob Psycho 100, the manga. I mean, I do agree, but in the case of the anime, I think the One Punch Man anime was better than the Mob Psycho anime. But that's just me. I think this is going to be the last hot take that I'm going to be reading for the night, by the way. Because I am starving. And I'm sorry, guys. I didn't plan too much for this. But, hey. It is what it is, alright? We couldn't even have the time to read the Reddit hot takes. Next time, I will be more restrictive, though. Next time, it's gonna be one take per person. So that we can see everybody's different opinions. Jigo Kuraku's Yamada Aseimon Sagiri and Undead Unlock's Fuko Izumo are the best new gen shonen female characters. Circa 2017, circa 2023. I'll leave things at that. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a hot take, but I'm not even gonna question your preferences or your likes and shit, but I mean, I guess I think the biggest hot take that I have read today, I think the shittiest take that I've read was that Rem is not best girl in ReZero. Holy shit, that shit sting. And that wasn't even for me, by the way. Okay, chat. That'll be it for that. That's it. That's enough hot takes for today. Thank you for attending my stream. I'm sorry if this was a bit of an early stream. Like I didn't plan for the stream to end this early, but hey, we did manage to reach quite a lot of hot takes, and wow, some of you really have shit taste, huh? And before we leave, do remember, do not go anywhere because you guys know what time it is. It's time for Tan 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 Raid a Streamer, where we raid a streamer at the end of each raid. Now we just gotta find who's gonna be my raid victim. Who's gonna be victim to my hot takes? Not many people to raid tonight. That's unfortunate. But we are going to be raiding someone we haven't raided for a while, actually. Yeah, let's do that. We are going to be raiding. Yeah, I'm gonna blast you guys straight towards Kila Kawauso. It's your favorite otter mama, and we're gonna raid her right now. She's currently playing Mimesis, by the way. And she seems to be in a collab right now. So, do show her and her collab partners some love, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'll think of something, but be sure to stay tuned for tomorrow, alright? Anyways, bye!